All right, guys, happy Monday. So for today, what I'm gonna do in terms of structure is just go over kind of the workout, kind of what's programmed in its entirety, and then there'll be subsequent videos to follow where we'll hit on specific points of performance related to each of these movements. So today, a typical format for a Monday strength followed by a Metcon. We've been building on kind of this combination of front and back squat sequence. So it's going to be every minute on the minute for 12 minutes. Again, there's going to be an alternating component here. So kind of minute 1, you'll do 2 front squats. Remaining time, you can set up your weight that you'll be needed, and then you'll do 4 back squats. So again, the percentage, if you notice here, is going up from the last time we did it, but the reps are dropping. So again, 2 front squats today, 4 back squats. So again, 72%, 1 rep max of each. So again, unless your front squat and back squat happen to be the same weight, these weights will vary. Then we're going to transition down into an AMRAP of 18 minutes. The movements listed here, so it's going to be 13 calories for the men, 10 for the ladies on the bike, followed by 15 wall balls, 12 alternating dumbbell snatches. So again, alternating dumbbell, right? That'll be single arm, and then you'll alternate each time. But both of those bells, we'll talk about it here shortly, need to touch and come in contact with the ground. And then 9 toes to bar. So when you look at kind of the rep scheme here in terms of a strategy, right? Obviously the goal, if we want to stay within kind of the suggested 6 rounds here, is we got to average about 3 minutes or so. So again, most of these are within that unbroken, I think, target. If you do need a rest, you probably don't want to be more than 1 rest for each of these movements. Otherwise, we probably need to pick a different modification. All right, guys, let's just go ahead and talk about some of the points of performance today on the movements. So for the straight portion, right, front squats, back squats, I know we do these quite often, but just some things, again, we want to be mindful of is, again, kind of establishing that good front rack position, doing everything we can to drive these elbows up towards the ceiling, right? I want to keep my chest nice and tall. Whether it's a front squat or a back squat, I want to think about setting my bottom back first, right? So my bottom goes back, pushing, keep my knees out, pushing my heels down toward the floor, then standing back up, again, kind of squeezing those butt cheeks at the top to finish that movement. So again, front squat, knees, again, pushing outside my toes, squeezing those butt cheeks at the top. One of the back squat, one of the things that I do think is helpful is being aware of kind of elbow positioning, right? So what I see sometimes in terms of a common fault with the back squat is, right, our chest goes forward, we kind of accordion up. What can help is really trying to drive our elbows forward, kind of down toward the ground. So again, same thing here. I'm opening up my hips, putting my elbows forward, knees are tracking outside my toes. Pushing those elbows forward is going to help my chest stay up nice and tall. So again, weight on my heels, toes, pushing outside of my feet. So that's for the squatting portion. All right, guys, finally, we'll go ahead and talk about the WOD movements as well as some potential modifications. So again, obviously you shouldn't have issues with quantities for the bike, with keeping the classes around 6, but for whatever reason you didn't feel like jumping on the bike and you were in a row, for the sake of the workout today, let's go ahead and keep the calories the same with the rower. So again, 13, 10 for the ladies. For the wall ball, so again, the standard here is going to be making sure our bottom gets below our hip crease, and then obviously hitting the middle to above the midline of the target. One of the things that I think can be helpful that we've been trying to work on in here is kind of once that ball leaves our hand, to kind of give our shoulders a point where they can kind of come off of tension. So again, what we see a lot of times is that wall ball goes up, you kind of almost try to reach for it at the top rather than letting the ball come back down. So again, when that ball leaves my hands, I want to try to create, just even if it's for a brief second, just a moment my shoulders are able to relax. It's one less thing that you're going to fatigue kind of in the wall ball. So again, what you're going to do here is the ball's going to come down, right? I just kind of relax my shoulders, down this way, right? Rather than keeping my elbows and arms extended. So here, relax my shoulders. Again, that's for the wall ball. For the dumbbell snatch, again, we want to make sure that we have both bellies of the bell come in contact with the floor. You kind of alternate wherever you want, kind of during the movement. But again, I want to be thinking about a good, strong kind of knee, hip, shoulder drive to generate that weight up. Weight comes up, comes down, right? I'm just making sure both belly to the bells touch. You can also kind of, again, let the bell rest up, put it down, rest again, all are fine. And then finally, toes to bar. Again, a good modification here. You can obviously do sit-ups, ab mat sit-ups, knee raises, or knees to elbow. But again, what we want to be thinking about with a toes to bar is that we're really building on that. So we want to think about an aggressive knee raise followed by a toe kick. So again, kind of the modifications here is the knee raise, right here, knees to elbows. It's another one, and then finally, toes to bar. Think about driving my knees up, following with kind of that toe tap at the end. So again, those are the movements. If you have questions about specific mods, text one of us coaches and we'll get you set up. All right, guys, so just a suggested warm-up for today. Again, dealer's choice on if you have specific preferences that you want to do. Maybe again, perhaps extra time on certain mobility pieces, or if there's something you feel like that's a little bit sticky from last week, feel free to take the time and include that in your warm-up. But what we'll go with today is we're going to do 2 rounds of the following. We'll go out the door, we'll do a 200-meter run. We'll come back in. We'll do 45 seconds of a plank hold. So again, if you have a watch or if someone wants to start the clock for this, that's fine too. But again, plank hold will go ahead and consist of on our elbows. Again, I'm trying to squeeze my belly button back toward my spine. You can do a standard push-up, that's fine too. Again, we're just trying to wake up our core for that 45 seconds of a plank hold. Then go ahead and grab a dumbbell. It doesn't necessarily have to be the weight you're gonna go for your workout. Something light is fine. What we're gonna do is 10 goblet squats with just our dumbbell. Again, goblet squat, I'm kind of trying to hold that as close to the midline as I can, using my palms as kind of my platform. 10 goblet squats. Then we'll do 7 single arm suitcase deadlifts, right? We know I like those. 7 each arm. Here again, I'm trying to maintain kind of even distribution of the weight on both of my feet. I'm trying to avoid turning, keeping my chest, hips, knees pointed forward. 7 each arm. And then just getting kind of ready for the barbell strength portion. We'll do 7 king squats. So again, a king squat is going to be kind of that good morning. Feel that stretch in the hamstrings, bending back down, right? Back to a good morning. Standing back up, 7 king squats, followed by 7 empty barbell front squats, okay? So again, we'll go with that. We'll do 2 rounds. Again, 200-meter run, 45-second plank hold, 10 goblet squats, 7 each arm suitcase deadlifts with just the dumbbell, 10 king squats, and 10 empty barbell front squats. So have a good one today, guys.